Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a while and there's going to be some changes done around here, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And I wanted to welcome all the subscribers and apologize for why I've not been here, and just let you guys know that it's not because I didn't want to be here, but that things in life had just kind of got a little hairy for a little while. And just wanted to do some makeup today and just talk. Is that okay? Can we just, and please forgive the background for right now. I'm still not able to take care of myself, much less take care of the bedroom. So we're just going to ignore that back there right now. Please just help me ignore that. But I wanted to play with some makeup. I've gotten quite a bit of makeup. I was getting the, I got the Voxbox back in the day, but they really quit giving out really good things, I thought. And then I got the, when Allure Beauty Box, when Nikki Tutorials, when she did did the Allure Beauty Box, I had to have it. And so I ordered it the minute that she said she was doing one of the Allure boxes, so I had to have it. It was amazing. And the reason I got it was because it had the Juvia's Place mini palette. And I've always wanted to have a Juvia's Place palette. Little did I know they are relatively inexpensive. So my mom, for a late birthday present, she gave me money to go get the actual other Juvia's Place palettes. And let me tell you something, girls. I was blown away just the mini palette. If you've never seen the mini, just look at these colors. Like, barely touched it. These are just, and the colors are very vibrant. I'll just show you on my arm. They're very vibrant. They even stay, but they don't stain your skin. That's one thing that's very important to me, that they don't stain. They're very beautiful. I'll show you these two. The Nubian 2, I've got the Warrior by Juvia's. I think this is the latest. Is the Warrior one, isn't it? Let's see. And these are cruelty-free, and they're pressed pigments. I believe that this one is the newest. But here is the Nubian 2 palette. I didn't get the Nubian, the original, because oh gosh, just stick your fingers all in it, Tina. I didn't get the original Nubian because I had the mini Nubian palette. Just look at these colors, guys. And look at the size of the pans. Pan size is almost, it's an inch. Look at these. Look at this color. Come on, guys. Just beautiful colors. And this blue, come on. Look at this blue color. Ah, just startling colors. And I'll show you the Nubian. This is the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. This is my favorite. Of course, I love the blue out of that one. But this one's more the neutrals, and I love the neutral palettes. I'm 48, and us older women, and I mean that in the most wonderfully said way I could say it. I tend to go more for natural colors, but that doesn't mean that I don't every once in a while want to smoke out an eye or something like that. And I've been trying to do that more lately. I don't really know much about how to do it because I've never done those things, but I did break out and buy a palette because I saw somebody. These YouTubers are getting me to buy stuff all the time. And I'm glad I bought this one. This is something that I did not know existed. And if I had not seen a YouTuber using it, I would have never known about it. Now, I've seen some palettes that I think, those are some pretty colors. This one and Nikki using those palettes blew me away. This palette and those two Juvia's Place palettes blew me away. This is the BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Gilded palette. Just take a look at those colors. Guys, I'm telling you, look at this. Barely rubbing it. Look at the payoff. Barely rubbing it. Look at the payoff. It's just incredible. The colors are incredible. And, you know, there you go. I mean, it's just one of the most beautiful palettes. It was relatively inexpensive. I think I paid $18, was it? I think it was like 20 something shipping and handling. I forget how much it was, but I can look it up if you guys are interested. I got it off BH Cosmetics website, and I was so thrilled to be able to get that product. We're going to start out today. I don't normally moisturize my skin before I do anything, but today I want to try out a couple of moisturizers that I've gotten in the mail. Can't find one of them. I had it sitting here. Here it is. The first one I'm going to use is, okay, this is Believe in the Truth. It's the True Cream Aqua Bomb. And then I've got a hydrator and illuminator. I think I'm going to use this one on the bottom and this one on the top. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use both of them together, but we're going to try them today. And I'm just going to use a very little bit. You know, just kind of dot it in places. I don't normally hydrate my skin because my skin, oh, and that smells good. It smells really good. It's by Belief. This is cruelty free, I believe. I believe it is. I don't know. It says it increases hydration level by 70%. So we're going to put this on our face. Oh, it smells divine. Just going to rub it in. So what's been going on? Why have I not been here? Why have I not been posting? Why have I not been chatting? I've been chatting on Periscope, and I've got a offline I've got an online chat group from a Periscope family, and I've not really been on Facebook much. But now I'm going to use the Primera Creme. It says Primera Creme hydrator and illuminator. I think I'll skip this and I'll just use I got this NYX Bear With Me Prime, Set, and Refresh. I think I'll just do that. Before I do my primer, I'm going to put a primer on that I've got. So 7-8 months ago, well, no, it's been at the beginning of the year, my knee got busted. My right knee I had surgery on, got messed up. And I had to go to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I was to go on bed and chair rest. Mind you, at that time I weighed 320 pounds. And he told me that I was not to walk on my leg. I was to be in wheelchair or chair or in bed. I was to get my lap band removed. This is the Master Prime by Face Studio. I use this all the time. It really grabs your makeup, and it's a green color. I have to color correct my face because my face gets red really easy, like right here, and the apples on my cheeks, if you can tell. And it really grips your makeup. I really like it because this is not a breeze, it's makeup, guys. Anyway, he put me on bed rest, told me I needed to have my lap band removed, and that I needed to have subsequent surgery to lose weight before I could have my knee replaced. So I told him, I said, when I do this, I'm going to gain weight. And I said, it's going to be a year before I can have my knee done. Before I can have weight loss surgery, because you have to wait 6 months. You have to wait for the doctor, And I begged him. I said, this is going to take a lot of time. And it's really going to be detrimental for my health for me to do this. He didn't care. So I went down and had my lap band removed. This was the Master Prime that I used. And sure enough, I had my lap band removed. But 5 days after I had my lap band removed, my sister went into the hospital in an emergency and almost died. She had an ovary the size of a soccer ball. No joke. And she lived with us. She was in the hospital for a month. Almost a month. Because she was so sick. Guys, I'm going to tell you, if you have never lost a sibling, or if you've never come to a point where you've been close to losing a sibling, or you don't have a sibling to lose, be grateful, because let me tell you something. I was terrified. Absolutely 150,000% terrified I was going to lose my sister. And that is not a comfortable feeling to have. I'm going to put on my Alabaster Beige foundation by Merle Norman. I'm going to start off with my sponge here. And then I'll finish off with my beauty blender. But she went into the hospital, and they, like I said, she came home to live with us because she had a gash that had to be mended. It had to be knitted back together. And let me just tell you something. We hadn't lived together in a very long time. And we don't get along. Let's just put it that way. She didn't like the idea that I lived here, with mom and dad. She thinks I have it super easy. And I mean, I do to a degree, because I don't have the responsibility of, paying a mortgage. And I mean, I don't have the stressors of everyday life, but I also can't, I wished I had a mortgage to pay. I wish that I had a life like I had. I mean, I'd give anything I could go back and pay a mortgage and have a family, and, but that's not what life chose for me. And so, but we were like button heads at each other. And it didn't look pretty. Let's just put it that way. It wasn't going very well between me and her. And I almost had a heart attack. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Matter of fact, I ended up going to the hospital one night with what I thought was a heart attack, and ended up being pneumonia. I had pneumonia in 2 lobes. I was fully engulfed in the left side of my body with pneumonia. And I'm going to use my True CoverGirl True Blend foundation. It's a multi translucent light powder to kind of dab it out. Kind of just blend this out, and we'll cover my under eyes here in just a second. But we had a hard time. I mean, we were not doing well at all with each other. I gotta get a bigger mirror. And so anyway, so that was like 6 months. I mean, she lived here for 6 months, and it was really tough. And in that time frame, you're struggling to get through. I was struggling to get through everything that I was going through with that. And then, I mean, it wasn't everything to do with her. I mean, I was having problems of my own. I had my own problems with pain. And, when you have chronic pain, you just have to deal with what's going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect life just to hand you a bunch of lemonade, and you say a bunch of lemons and say, okay, I'm going to make strawberry juice out of it. You can't just say that. So this mirror's dirty. So anyway, she moved out. She went back home, and things have calmed down somewhat. But, we've actually been talking. We've actually been spending time. I mean, we haven't spent time together, but we've actually been talking better. And I said, I think it's been better since she moved, because now we're not at each other's throats. But, some things were said that I don't think will ever be fixable, which I think's sad, because I love my sister more than anything in the whole wide world. I don't think she thinks that, but I do. You know what I mean? Like, you just, you love them, but they don't think you do. And there's nothing you can do to change their mind. So anyway, while dealing with that, I got sick and I got sent to the hospital. But then when I come home, I got treated like I wasn't sick. And that frustrated me. And so it was like, I was in the hospital. I literally, I was septic. I had a fever of 104, and none of the thermometers that I'd been using had said I had a fever that high. They said I didn't even have a fever, and that was what shocked me, is that none of the thermometers said I had a fever. And here I was all this time septic and didn't even know it. I was septic when I went to the hospital. See, this is the thing that gets me. I was septic when I went to the hospital 3 months before, and my white blood count was 25. This is something else. I went to the hospital with a white blood count of 25,000. That's per unit. Like, I forget how they measure it, but that's way too high. They sent me to a cancer doctor to see if they could figure out what's going on because of my kidneys. I think they were afraid that I had lupus or leukemia because my white blood count was really, really bad. And so they sent me over there. And I was real anemic. Well, it looked like I was not getting enough iron, or, I was becoming anemic again. And so he said, there's nothing wrong with that. But he said, your white blood count's way too high. Well, he did a study where he ran through and looked at to see how much or how bad my white blood count was. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Just 25,000. He said, it's not coming. Oh, see, let's start this all over again. Or no, just cut that. And we'll start with, let me start with, go back to, in June, they sent me to a specialist. My doctor sent me to a specialist in June. And it was because that they thought I had something wrong with my red blood cells. They were abnormal and I wasn't getting enough iron. And so they sent me to a specialist at the hospital that's right by my house. And he said, well, let me draw some blood. Let me look at it and then I'll let you know. Well, it took 3 weeks because my white blood count was 25,000. And he said, I don't think that he said, your anemia is fine. Nothing wrong with your anemia. He said, your anemia is great. He said, you're right on the level. He said, actually, the levels that they were looking at, I was perfect on. He said, you're actually doing really great. He said, but your white blood count is way too high. He said, so what I can do is I can trace your white blood cells and see where they're coming from. I said, okay, that's great. And he did. And I went back in 3 weeks, and he said, they're not coming from one source, so that's good. But nobody thought to put me on antibiotics. So I went back to my doctor. She didn't put me on antibiotics. And so I went home. And June, July, August, September, October, almost 4 months later, I ended up in the hospital with a severe case of pneumonia. Yeah. So, it was so bad. It was so bad that I was going, I don't even remember walking. Mom said there were some good looking guys that came got me from the hospital, came got me with the gurney and stuff. I don't even remember them. I do know that there were some things that happened at the hospital that wasn't kosher, and I had to say something because a couple of times some things happened that weren't okay. But that night at the hospital, I was not okay. I was not okay. I'm going to use my CoverGirl, my Revlon Photo Ready powder just to lock my foundation. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing this so that we can talk and I can put some makeup on because I haven't done it in a long time. I'm just going to do this under my eyes to get them ready because I don't know what kind of look I'm going to do yet. How are you guys doing? Because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. And I mean, really, in the comments, let me know how you guys are doing. I told y'all that there was going to be some changes coming to this channel. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name. It's not going to be the Quack Shack anymore. And I want to change it to something that's more me. Used to be QueenTina's channel. And I think I lost a lot of subscribers when I changed it because it used to be QueenTina's channel. So I think I'm just going to change it back to QueenTina. But I want you guys to know that before I do it. Because I think what happened the last time I changed it to the Quack Shack and I lost a ton of subscribers. Because nobody knew, and I think it dropped off. I think when you change your username or when you change your page name, it changes. I don't know. A lot of people didn't know who they were subscribed to, I guess, and they just dropped the subscription. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, I lost a lot of subscribers. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. I'm not in it for subscribers. Well, I used to be in it for subscribers, but now I don't really care. I mean, it would be nice so I could get to where I could do like online, do like lives. That would be fun. But at the rate I'm doing right now, I can't even do live video. That's not going to stay open. But I need a mirror that'll stay open. I'm having difficulties, guys. I'm having mirror difficulties. I'll just use this one. But anyway, what's going on in your world? There's a lot going on in mine as of right now. A lot I can't talk about because some people might think I'm crazy. I've got a lot more family on Periscope. So next year, something big may be happening in the place I live. And so I may be making an announcement soon. If you guys would like to be part of it, you're more than welcome. I know some people have, I'm doing my brows. I'm sorry. I was leaning too far over. I'm using the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks, and this is Medium Brown 04. I really don't do much to my brows. I just kind of lightly go over them. I'm not into the whole, let's make them look perfect. I just like to dust the makeup off of them. I usually just run I don't care about them making it look like I've got single hairs. I just run it over the hairs just to kind of coat them. And then I take the spoolie and I go right back over them. I'm doing it again. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I'm telling you. So I'll show you. I'm sorry. So I go over my eyebrows first. And I do my own eyebrows. Let me see if I can zoom in and I'll show you. Hang on, because I'm not very much to look at. Okay. So I brush them. Okay. And I do take care of my own brows. I do my own brows. And I'm just taking it, and I do draw a line right underneath the bottom of them. Kind of give them a little bit of definition. And then all I do is I take the brush and I just go back and forth. See? It kind of makes them fluffy. So then you go back over with the spoolie. Because this is double-ended. It's got the color on one end and the spoolie on the other. And you just, well, Tina, you're so crazy. And then if I like that, I just go back and I just brush them back. And if I want to put a little extra back there, I can. There we go. That's all I do. I'm not one of these people that does a lot for their brows. See, just darkens them up a little bit. I wished I could have my eyebrow lifted. I don't know what's happened to that side of my face. I've either had something happen or that's just how the side of my face is. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Just a second. I think I put the cap on the wrong end. I did. Okay. Brows done. Alright, now we're going to work on, I do my bronzer. Let's do bronzer. I'm going to use my tried and true. This is multicolored bronzer, Physicians Formula. My cousin gave me this. I've been using this forever. I love it. You just swirl, tap, and I go 1, 2, 3. Go down the neck area, back here. I've been doing, you know what? I've been doing bronzer better. I did my makeup, unbelievably, I did my makeup like this way before everybody was doing it this way. I didn't mean to do that, that's for sure. Okay, so I made a mistake, right? And this is where girls are like, no. You just pick up a brush. Now this is a e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. You take this, and I've got that blending, this Revlon Photo Ready. Just take and pounce it. What mistake? Just deepened up the hollow of my cheek. That's all it did. And I go back to doing my bronzing. Temple, my forehead, my 5 head. Go back and do my cheek. See? I hate it because I'm right-handed, and everything I do right-handed, it's fine. When I go to my left side, I always screw it up. So, okay. And today we're going to do blush. I normally wait to do my blush, but today we're going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to use this cute little, I don't know what kind of brush it is. I just got this brush set. My mom and dad got it for me for Christmas one year. No, my sister did. My sister-in-law got it for me. I'm putting this just on the apples of my cheeks. And you're going, oh my gosh, that looks so bad. Well, give me a minute. Problem is, I don't have my regular mirror in front of me, so I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'll do is, again, take that packer brush. There you go. Let's fix that. Okay, now we're going to do the eyes, and I'm going to use probably the new palette that I just got. If I can get this put back together. The BH Cosmetics palette. So let's just get into it. I'm going to put on my, where did my base go? Oh, and also use your beauty blender. Like, if I feel like it's too dark, like right now, like looking right here, this looks like it's too dark. I can take my beauty blender and just kind of dust this through. Easy peasy. You know, it just picks up. And also, let me give y'all one huge piece of advice. When I did my niece's wedding pictures or wedding makeup, I took advice from one makeup artist, and I forget who it was, but they took a damp beauty blender and they did their powder by rolling it onto the skin. And whoever told me that, it was perfect. I did her makeup, and her makeup was flawless. She cried on and off all night, and not a single tear stain hit her cheek. Her makeup was flawless. It did not stain it. It stayed on all night. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. And I mean, I was nervous about doing her makeup because she's my niece. She's like my daughter. And I was terrified that I'd be doing her makeup for one of the most important days of her life. And she thought she was beautiful. And I thought she was beautiful, of course. She's my niece. She's like my daughter. I was going to say she was beautiful. So there you go. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. But when you want to like place powder, like just for instance, if I wanted to put, just to lock in the powder, I would take a damp beauty blender, and you can do it with loose powder. But since this is mine, I'll do it on my powder, and you just put it on your beauty blender, and you just kind of roll it on the skin just to lock it in. And you don't want to cake it. You don't want to just get a lot of powder and then cake it on the skin. You just want to roll it. And it makes a world's bit of difference in your skin. Just thought I'd share that little tidbit with you because it made a big difference on the day of her wedding. Huge difference. So I'm going to start with the BH Cosmetics palette. But first I need to find my eye primer. It was right here in front of me. I saw it. I had it laid out, and for some reason it's not here. But here it is. I'm using the Revlon Color Stay eye primer. I don't really know why, because I put foundation over my lids. But some people swear by, and I use my finger because I feel like you get a better result, I think, when you use your finger. Like you can get right up under, I mean, you can use your brush. You can use a packer brush and put this on, and it's fine. But for me, I can get right up underneath my eyebrow, right exactly where I want to, and not have to worry about going over too far. There we go. Now, first color I think I want to go in. I got this Model Co. little eyeshadow quad. I think I want to use, if I can open it, I'm going to make it Tina proof. I think I want to use, ooh, this red is so pretty. I think I'm going to go in with this burgundy color. I don't know why. It's calling my name. Really pretty burgundy. And I've got my switch, my color switch ready because I've got some brushes here that I'm going to use. You can wash your switches. I haven't washed mine. Mine needs washing. Okay, and it does work, guys. I'm going to tell you. Matter of fact, I'll show you. This is like a pencil brush. I don't know who. It's a Triad Eye from Moda. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like. Triad Eye from Moda, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm sorry. And we're going to go into the crease. I'm going to cut my crease a little high. I mean, I'm going to go up and my crease is going to be a little bit higher because I have hooded eyes. So I always draw my crease a little high. So see, as I shut my crease is a little higher than normal. Like that. Now I need to get another brush here. This is using a switch to clean it. I'm going to use this pink tone to blend out the edges here. That's pretty. This video is so long, and I'm so sorry, guys. I'm going to try to cut it down as much as I can. This is the peach color. I'm putting on a fluffy brush. This fluffy brush is a Lux C231 small taper blending brush. I got this through one of the beauty boxes I got. Okay, so I want to go to a darker red because I'm just not feeling that red. Here's Morocco. No. No. No, I can't find a color I want to use, guys. I might find it in this palette. The Naked Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Yeah, here we go. Let's see, I need to blend out. Ooh, made a mess. Fix that. Almost made a mess. Let's see. I like that. Now we need to deepen the corner inside of my eye. Now we'll do that. We gotta change this. Let's see, I've got another blending brush. That's still not the color I want. There's the color I want. Now we're going to take this. Okay, so I'm going to change. Clean my hands. My hands have got pigment all over them. So is my skin. Depending on what a little alcohol do. So this is what we've got so far, but I'm not really crazy about the lid color, so we're going to change that. Not really sure what to though. Oh, I see. Yeah, I like that. That looks a lot better, don't it? Yes, it does. Yes, darling, yes. Okay, so now we're going to highlight under our brow bone. I think I'm going to use that color under the brow bone as well. Unless it won't highlight. I'm going to blend those two together. Ooh, it can't be turned over. Okay. Now what I'm going to do for the under eye, you wait, you guys are going to be surprised. Surprised! So surprised. I'm going to take this pencil brush. I wish I had a smaller one. Do I have a smaller one? Yes, I do. Much smaller pencil brush. So we need to brush this off. Good night. I bet I've lost half of the product down in the liner itself. Okay, now this night so where I can see. Vogue. Let your body move to the music, move to the music. Now I gotta put lipstick, lip gloss on. Come on, Vogue. That needs to be washed bad. Okay. I'm gonna stop recording now. This is it. Bye, guys.